Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Today we'll be talking about one of the most fun games of this generation, the Great Friendship Breaker. We'll be comparing Mario Kart 8 running on Cemu, Ryujinx, and Yuzu. We'll discuss the pros and cons of each emulator, in which feature each one excels, and you'll understand which version is best for you and your PC. If you like this type of content, don't forget to click like. And if you like comparison between emulators and news, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for new videos.
This video is offered by the members and Patreons of the channel. Thank you for your support.
Unlike Zelda Breath of the Wild, in Mario Kart 8, there are differences between the Wii U and Switch versions, and we'll start by talking about those differences. Characters. The first noticeable difference between Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the characters. In the original version, you had 30 playable characters, while in the deluxe version, that number increased to 48 as of the recording of this video. Circuits. The second difference between the games is the circuits. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe features all 48 original circuits, including the 16 circuits from the DLCs of the original version. Additionally, almost twice as many circuits were added through DLC, including some from the mobile version. Game modes. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe also features new game modes, including the Battle mode, which includes new battle modes such as Renegade Roundup and Bobo-MB Blast. Conclusion: practically anyone will prefer a game with more content, so if you have a strong enough PC, use the Deluxe version. Now let's talk a bit about the emulators, starting with Cemu. Since Cemu is an exclusive Wii U emulator, it is not possible to run the Deluxe version here. The improvements available in Cemu are better than its competitors. You can play at 60 FPS, even with 3 or 4 players. Additionally, there are advanced options that allow you to use the screen in the aspect ratio you want, and you can increase the resolution up to 10K, improve shadows up to 400%, bloom intensity, disable anti-aliasing, improve and even disable motion blur, and increase the detail of tracks and character models. Cemu is also the lightest emulator to run Mario Kart 8, running very well even on 3rd generation Intel processors, released 11 years ago. Key points of Cemu. Custom screen ratio. Game graphic settings. Compatibility with old hardware. Locked FPS at 60. Incompatibility with the deluxe version. Playing online requires a Wii U NAND. Secondly, we have Ryujinx. As a Switch emulator, it is possible to run the deluxe version. Ryujinx has higher accuracy than Yuzu but at the cost of performance. If you want to have the most identical version possible of the console experience, I recommend using Ryujinx. However, as mentioned earlier, its hardware demands can be higher. Its customization of game settings is limited compared to Cemu, but it is possible to change the internal resolution, limited to 16:9, unless you use mods, possible to change the anti-aliasing of the game, between off, FXAA, and some MSAA presets. Another interesting feature is Fidelity FX, that greatly improves the image at low resolutions. If you want to use other settings, you are limited to mods and will need to find a new mod every time the game updates. There are mods to disable dynamic resolution, allow higher frame rate, greater render distance, etc. In Ryujinx, it is possible to play online using Ryujinx LDN. With Ryujinx LDN, you will not be able to play on Nintendo servers, but can play normally on the Ryujinx network with other users. Key points of Ryujinx. Ease of installing updates and DLCs, higher accuracy. Identical experience to the console. Community mods. Higher hardware demand. Another emulator installation required to play online. And lastly, we have Yuzu. Yuzu is currently the most popular Nintendo Switch emulator due to its simplicity, low hardware demands, and excellent performance. There may be some issues when running Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on this emulator, but the game is completely playable. Among these issues, you may notice some lighting glitches, and when running the game for the first time, it may be problematic if the virtual console doesn't recognize your Mii, requiring you to search for a solution online. Its customization of game settings is also limited. It is possible to change the internal resolution, limited to 16:9, unless you use mods. You can also adjust the game's anti-aliasing between off, FXAA, and MSAA, and Yuzu also has features like Fidelity FX and some other filter options to choose from. In Yuzu, you can also play online. You won't need a new emulator version, just access the VPN in the main window and join a room. You won't be able to play on Nintendo's servers, but you can play normally on the Yuzu network with other users. For online play, I recommend Yuzu because it has more connected users. Key points of Yuzu. Installing updates and DLCs can be time-consuming. Better performance. Some visual glitches with shadows and lighting. Community mods available. Lower hardware demand. Playing online is easy and simple. Large number of users to play online with. Before wrapping up, I'm going to do a small side-by-side comparison of the 3 emulators with benchmark markers. To run this test, all emulators are running at 1080p resolution, and the settings used for each one will be listed in the description. The resource consumption for each emulator is virtually the same, but we can see that Cemu uses much less RAM, while Yuzu leaves the CPU practically idle. The frame time of Ryujinx is problematic by default, but you can fix this by turning off VSync in Ryujinx. Just press the tab key, and enabling VSync and the desired frame rate in your graphics card manager. This is one of the most detailed tracks in this game, and at the time of recording this footage, the shader cache for all 3 emulators was without any precompiled shaders. I conducted a second test on a track with many details, particles, and rain. Surprisingly, almost nothing changed except for the fact that Cemu started to use a little more GPU. Additionally, I noticed that the deluxe version has sharper reflections compared to the normal version. However, considering the generational leap of the game, it is expected that its graphics have been improved. In the final test, I decided to use the emulators without frame rate lock to verify their maximum performance. It was possible to verify that there is practically a tie in relation to FPS. However, it is important to mention that Ryujinx demands more from the processor, while Yuzu requires more from the graphics card. Unfortunately, Cemu could not be used in this test, as there is no graphics pack that allows for FPS unlocking in this game. Thanks for watching. We hope this video helped you choose the best way to play Mario Kart 8 on your PC. Whether you prefer the fidelity and precision of Cemu, the performance and ease of use of Yuzu, or the balance between accuracy and hardware demands of Ryujinx, I believe you'll have a great time racing with your friends online. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more gaming content, and let us know in the comments which emulator you prefer and why.